health care coverage to 135 million Americans for free.
We can make public colleges and universities tuition free.
Free.
Well, far-left Democrats promising free stuff. Sounds good. But our next guest grew up in Venezuela and experienced firsthand it's not. And he has a warning for all of us.
Daniel DiMartino is a Young Voices contributor who fled Venezuela in 2016, and he joins us now. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Hi, Dan. So, Daniel, I found this number staggering. All right, so your family, you went from being in the middle class to very poor. In the early 2000s, your parents were making $3,000 per month. By 2016, they were making $2 per day. So tell me a little bit about your family's experience with socialism.
Yeah, look, in Venezuela, we were promised everything when I was little. We were promised free housing, free food, free healthcare, free education, and most of those things were partially delivered by the government, but the price was very high for those free things. Was that inflation went up because the government didn't have enough money to tax people, so my family suffered from inflation, and inflation destroyed our wages, and that's what happened to our income, going from $3,000 to $2 a day, that's nothing.
Daniel, what would you say to Americans who say, okay, that's Venezuela. We're the United States of America. We can afford to go a little socialist and it won't affect us.
Look, the problem is that it's not just Venezuela, right? It's Cuba, it's the Soviet Union. It is all the countries that have tried socialist policies to some degree have suffered from economic nightmares to some degree as well. If all the policies that the Democrats are currently proposing, free healthcare, free education, free housing, like some of them are giving, that housing is a right, the government just does not have the ability to tax people for those. And if they do, then what are we going to be making? They're going to take 70% of our income.
Well, Daniel, and you mentioned, some of those policies, right? So the candidates supporting that, you've got Senator Bernie Sanders, you've got Elizabeth Warren espousing and pushing these policies, free everything, right? So there's this misconception by them saying, look, it's going to empower you as the individual, but doesn't it just end up empowering the ruling class?
Well, and that's exactly what happened in Venezuela and in all countries where the government is powerful. Even in Europe, right now I'm in Spain. Spain is definitely not a socialist country, but it has many of the things that the Democrats are proposing. What's the result? Low wages, low quality of life. People are just conforming to what they make. Engineers, people who just get out of college, the unemployment rate is over 40%. In the United States, the youth unemployment rate is at an all-time low of less than 10%. The economy is booming, and Americans need to understand that what's going to make us prosperous, it's more free markets, not socialism.
Well, thank you, Daniel, and thank you for sharing your story with us.
Yeah, Daniel DiMartino, you can see his column at TownHall. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.